Fourth quarter, I'm down by 2, but I'ma shoot the 3. I just gotta go for it. Better find me the shot. Everyone die, we go to the graveyard. Got no times out.
Brazy fam, what's good with y'all? It's your boy Kdbrazy in the spot. Should make it hot, and I'm back again with another stream. Yes, sir. How y'all doing today on this Saturday? If you're seeing this on YouTube or if you're seeing this on Twitch, welcome. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all follow, make sure y'all subscribe, make sure y'all do all that good stuff. But today, as y'all can see of the title, we're doing a story time today. Yes, it's been a minute since I did a story time. This story time, I'm gonna make sure I give all the backstory, all that good stuff. I'm doing pretty good today. How about you? I'm good. I'm great. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. My body moving different. My health feeling good. All that good stuff for me. Today's story time, I'm gonna make sure I give all the good stuff and make sure I give y'all all the backstory, make sure y'all why certain things happen for me. So how could I put this? The title is called She Cheated on Me with Her Best Friend's Brother.
I beg your pardon?
This story time, literally, I remember it like the back of my hand for me. So basically, here's the backstory. Coming off of I think this was my sophomore season football. Even my mans know this. So my mans, they could tell y'all the story word for word, ball for ball, right? So coming off my sophomore season football, this is before quarantine ever strikes. So coming off that season, off my sophomore season, quarantine strikes, boom, everybody on lockdown. So by this time, like a couple years later, around my senior year, going into my senior year, this is the start of my senior year for me. So going into my senior year, football starts back up. So, you know, everybody got to go through all these protocols, make sure everybody getting tested, all that good stuff. And mind you, when COVID happened, your boy never got it. So thank God for that. But yeah, going through that season, all that good stuff, making sure I was good, making sure I was healthy. However, I did not play this season because I was just like, instead of me playing, let everybody else play. Because everybody was like, as soon as like everybody found out my freshman and sophomore year, like how great football was going, everybody wanted to join the team, right? Which was great because the more bodies we had, the more people we could get. So like if anybody was out, anybody was sick, we could sub them in, get all that good stuff, right? So our coach at the time, he was like, yo, if you don't want to play, you could coach. So me and two of my other mans, my boy Juco and my boy Demi, those two, they also played with me on the same team. So me, my boy Juco, my boy Demi, they joined up. All three of us, yo, that was a tough trio right there.
Flashback.
Yeah, reasonable.
End of flashback.
The three of us, we basically were assistant coaches for our coach at the time when he wasn't there for me. So yeah, but however, with assistant coach, you also have managers. I'm not gonna say these managers' name, but we're gonna have names for them. Feel me? So the first manager we had, we're gonna call her. Yo, I don't even got a name for her.
5 minutes later.
We're gonna call the first manager. We're gonna call her Cheryl, right? Cheryl. So remember that we got Cheryl. Then the other manager name, we're gonna call her Chris. We're gonna call her Chris. Yes, there's a girl named Chris out here, so don't even ask me no questions. We're gonna call her Chris, right? And then the third one, we're gonna call her Nettie. We're gonna call her Nettie, right? So we got Chris, we got Cheryl, and we got Nettie, right? So Chris, Cheryl, and Nettie, they all good friends. Feel me? At the time, the whole season was starting up. Everybody, players was practicing, tryouts, all that good stuff. All the tryouts was going on, right? So me personally, I knew Cheryl and I knew Nettie. For me, we go back, like way back, right? We go back, way back. However, Chris, she knew to the spot for me. So I never seen her, never knew her, but she knew about me. She knew about your boy KD. That's funny to me because anytime somebody know about me and I don't know about them, it's like, who you? Like, I never seen you before, right? So me seeing Chris for the first time, looking back at it now, would I say she's a dub? I would say yes and no. The yes part is because of what she did, but the no part, like, yo, she was cool vibes. She was great vibes, right? So I seen Chris bad. I was like, yo, let me hop on it, right? So turns out I talked to Cheryl. I said, yo, Cheryl, I'm trying to talk to your friend. And she was like, yo, go for it, right? Mind you, at this time, when you want to talk to somebody, word spreads like wildfire. Be like, oh, he about to talk to so-and-so, right? However, when I started speaking to Chris, she already knew about me. She knew my body. She knew how I was moving. Mind you, my body was just laid back, dude, like laid back, mind my business, stay out the way, right? So since she knew about me already, it felt like it made things much easier. So, I walked up to Chris. I said, yo, Chris, let me talk to you real quick. She thought I was going to talk to her about sports. Nah. We're going to talk about what Kdbrazy want to do, right? So I was like, yo, Chris, I'm feeling your vibe. I'm feeling you. So what you trying to do? I ain't say it like that, but it's basically that's how the conversation went. She told me how she felt. She was jacking me. I was jacking her, right? So we start chopping it up. We start cooling. We start kicking. We start vibing. And as the season progressed, our team was it was a bad team. It was an unstoppable one. We could never be stopped. Even my boy AB was on it. If y'all know who AB is, you better tap in. Y'all better learn about AB. Feel me? So we was a tough team. I think we ended up going 16-1. And yeah, we was a great team. However, we lost championship, which is the painful one. That is painful. But the team that we lost to, we beat after I graduated high school. As the season progresses, right? Drama, I would say, drama starts to splurge. Feelings starts changing. Everything starts happening a different way, right? Excuse me, feel me? So what I mean by that is basically we have an old news. We gonna call this person old news. So old news pulls up to the picture, right? Come out of nowhere. Me, I'm out of my business. I stay out the way. However, I've done a lot, so much for the school. So like me doing so much for the school caused me to like do a lot. So I do a lot of runarounds. Mind you, this is my senior year of high school. So I'm really like, all my classes is great. All my grades is good, right? So, me, there's this one instance where I was going down the stairs I think I was coming off, I forgot what the floor was. I was coming off the floor, I come downstairs, and I think like most people was getting ready to go like dip or get everybody go home, right? So I see old news see me. I'm trying to walk past, old news give me a hug, right? So here comes Chris's friend. We're gonna call Chris's friend Jessica. So here comes Jessica. Jessica is short, dumb short. So if you was to walk past her and you never seen her, she gonna see you, all right? So Jessica sees me get hugged by old news, but here's where things go left. Like things go start another direction. So Jessica runs to Chris. Chris doesn't say anything to me about it. And I'm thinking I'm cool. I'm thinking I'm chilling, right? So this is one time at practice. I ended up changing. Like I was like in my t-shirt. I was in like some shorts, feel me? So when I went to go change, I changed. I think my phone, I forgot where my phone was, but I always know where my phone is. I think my phone was near my back. So we practicing or whatever, right? We practicing, we cooling, everybody vibing, everybody cooling, everybody having fun. However, Chris, Cheryl, and Nettie, things is going a toll. Like energy is weird, things is different. I'm thinking, it's that type of the month, that time of the month, right? But it's not. I figured out vibes was different when Cheryl put me to the side and she wasn't saying much, but she was on some weird stuff. But she ended up, like, literally there was this one instant where I caught the football over her head. She kicked me, which was funny to me because I'm like, that's mad weird. Like, why did you kick me if I got the ball over your head? I mossed you. I saved your life type shit, right? She kicked me. I didn't think much of it. I laughed it off. I kept it moving, right? Chris, on the other hand, she not really showing much emotions like how she used to. And I'm thinking, damn, there's something. Mind you, when I could read the room, I know what happened, right? After practice, I get my phone back. I'm thinking everything cool, everything chilling. I get a text message from Chris. Chris is like, yo, what you doing this weekend? Can I come see you? Can you come see me, to be exact? She never really came much to my crib. Like, she came over to my crib once or twice, right? So Chris comes and see me. I go to see Chris one Friday before I have to go to work. Chris talking to me. Chris talking about something. Jessica seen you with old news, and I just want to know, is you cheating on me? Feel me? When she hit me with the question, is you cheating on me? I was like, damn. So this is where we going, right? So me getting hit with that question, I look at her, I say, yo, if I was to cheat, I wouldn't really cheat because I would have had to like dub you. I'd be like, yo, I'm done with you and go do what I want to do, right? Me, I'm not that type of person. So me personally, me minding my business and staying out the way, I told her like, yo, I never cheated. So what's up? She showed me her phone. She basically seen some messages of me and old news, which was brought to my attention because it was funny to me because look how long ago it was. I looked at the date. I seen how long ago it was. So she thinks that me and old news are back again talking, which we was not because old news was messing on some new dude. So then this is where stuff turns left. I'll probably say around this time, I was still working at my old job. This was when I was working at the supermarket. If y'all know, y'all know. If y'all really some OGs, me and my boy Shniko, Shout out to my boy Shiniko. Haven't heard from you in a minute, but if you ever watch my stuff or if you still watch my stuff, hit me up, boy. Like, why are you moving? So this is where I'm still at my old job. This is where I'm at the grocery store job. Another friend of Chris, we're gonna call her Angel. So Angel, basically texted me, told him my son, oh, Chris is like not hitting me up. She's moving away. Can you go check on her? Right? So I'm like, is everything okay? That's what I text Angel. Angel says, I don't know. Me and her got into it. So can you please check on her? Right? At this time, Jessica and Angel put me in a group chat. It's just the two of them, we talking. So she's basically telling me, oh, Chris, she's moving funny. Chris is being mad weird. Chris is disrespecting us. And we don't like it. So can you please go check on her? So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go check on her after work. I get off at like 9:30, right? So at this time, I'm texting Chris. Chris not picking up her phone. I called her when I was on my break. She not picking up, right? So I'm like, all right, damn, cool, whatever. So my man's or whatever, shout out to my boy P. He's dropped me off. He's like, yo, I'm gonna drop you off at her crib. He dropped me off at her crib. The door was open already downstairs, so I ran upstairs, knocked on the door. A couple knocks later, I think it was her mom who opened the door or whatever, and she seen it was me. And then she was like, oh, Chris don't want to talk to you. Now I'm shook, like, yo, what's up? Like, is everything okay? She's just like, oh, Chris don't want to talk to you. So Chris ends up coming to the door. She comes out. She's like, oh, I just haven't been feeling good. She was, at the time, she was going through some stuff, which I respected, and I wished her blessings, and I made sure she was always good. Always made sure she was ate. I always made sure she was good. Whatever clothes she had, I always made sure she was good, right? So I was like, yo, if you ever want to talk to me, let me know, right? She said, okay, cool. You know, I got you. I love you. This and that. Cool. I had her back to the crib. I go home. Around December, around my birthday month, I'm remembering now. Around my birthday month, I got this tattoo. I don't know if y'all can see it. Right? But it's the lion and the 8 tattoo. If y'all didn't get a good angle of it, I'm gonna put it on the screen. So yeah, I got that tattoo. That was my first ever tat. The football team put a whole mod together. Like, they put a whole montage wishing me happy birthday, which I appreciate them for. Shout out to y'all. I know y'all doing big things right now. So, you know, after that montage or whatever, I was great. I was accepting all the birthday wishes, all that good stuff. So continuing into April, this is where the relationship starts taking like real damage. So, I guess Angel was having a birthday party, right? Angel's birthday was coming up. Chris asked me if I could go, but I can't go because I was working at that time. I was working very hard. I was working, making sure I had my money on to make sure I was ready for college, right? So I was like, no, I can't do it. She gave me the face. She was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. I'm like, okay. So, a situation happened with Chris, Angel, and Jessica. Turns out Chris didn't want to pay for her meal. Excuse me. So Chris didn't want to pay for a meal, and she was expecting Angel to pay. And then everybody was like, oh, Chris was moving mad funny. This and that, the third, right? So I'm like, how was she moving funny? What happened? All that good stuff. I'm trying to figure out what happened. This is on the weekend. I got that phone call. So on this weekend, I got that phone call. She's like, oh, go check Chris. Chris bugging out. Me, I'm tired of checking Chris. I'm tired of checking on Chris. I'm tired of her doing some stuff. After I tell her, like, yo, if there's anything wrong, let me know. She did not let me know that she was low on funds.
Hey, kids, you broke low nigga, go get you some money. What the fuck?
Which I didn't know about till I figured out the whole situation. This escalated the situation. I was like, yo, bro, figure out what's going on. What's going on? She's like, oh, nothing is wrong. Mind your business. This and that, the third. I don't know why she telling you all this gut stuff. I was like, yo, if I'm your man and you my shorty, obviously there's a reason why people are telling me that this and that, the third happened, right? So she's like, oh, you don't need to worry about it. I'm like, heard you. Me, right? So I'm cooling or whatever. I get a phone call later on that night. It's all 3 of them in a group chat, right? All 3 of them group FaceTime. They start wilding. So basically, me personally, when somebody start wilding in a phone call, I'm like, yo, calm down. Everybody got a story. Everybody got a piece, right? So everybody starts talking. I hear Angel's side. I hear Jessica's side. Chris, she quiet as ever. I guess Chris got no side to say, right? But it's calm though. So I'm listening to this whole dinner situation, and they telling me what's going on. I'm like, okay, so what y'all gonna do about it? Cause I got work in the morning, and I'm not trying to really tolerate this right now. They ain't seen nothing, and then we hanged up. So the next day, Chris calls me after work. She was like, "Can I talk to you? It's really important." I was like, "Okay, cool. What's up?" She's hesitant. When somebody's hesitant, that means they did something wrong and they don't know how to react to it, right? So around this time, she's breaking down, not crying wise, but she's breaking down everything that she's telling me. She's like, oh, you're the best thing that has ever happened to me. And like me getting those type of responses, which is humbling because I don't like being the blessings of somebody's life, because when I come into people's lives, I either try to inspire them to be better or just like be their friend and just be supportive and be day one for me. So me just getting that, oh, you're very, you're a blessing and stuff like that. I was just like, yo, I'm humbled for that. I appreciate that, right? But she's like, you're the blessing in my life, but however, I cheated on you.
Wow, man.
Damn. Like the I cheated on you just hit me with the boom. Like, I'm like, damn, right? So I'm like, was this recent? She was like, no, it was a couple months ago.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
So I'm like, how long ago was a couple months ago? She told me 2. So she's saying every damn straight up word, like she was dead ass being straight up with me. So basically, she cheated on me 2 months ago, which I never knew about because I guess I really never was paying much attention to it. But she cheated on me 2 months ago. So I'm like, who was it with? It's not Angel. It's not Angel's brother. It's not Jessica's brother. So guess what? We got a new friend coming into the mix. We're gonna call her Houston. So we got Houston coming into the mix. Houston is Chris's and Jessica's best friend. Houston is Chris's and Angel's best friend, right? So Houston comes into the mix, and Houston has a brother. I guess Houston's brother is around the same age as Chris. I don't recall his age, but he was into the picture. So I'm like, what happened, right? So she was like, oh, Houston's brother and her were on the couch in the living room, right? And they was cooling or chilling, whatever. They was watching, I think, 13 Reasons. I don't remember the show they was watching, but she said they was watching some show, and she started breaking down, and he was there to comfort her.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Me personally, I'm not comforting. If I know that you got a man, I'm not comforting you. I'm telling you words. I'm not giving you physical interactions, right? But she was like, oh, they was on the couch. I guess he kissed her, she kissed him. I don't know how the situation went, but one of them kissed each other and they ended up fucking.
Man, shit, they got serious.
Right? So I'm like, damn, right there on the spot, right? But no, yeah. So she said he got on top and she told him to stop. Great. Cool. We thinking that's how the thing ended, right? We thinking that's how she cheated. Boom. Here's where things get ugly. Things get really ugly for her, right? Turns out that's not what really happened. There's another altercation again with Jessica and Angel against Chris, right? So I guess Chris is acting mad with to everybody. Chris is just don't care about anybody, how anybody feeling this and the third, right? So basically everybody's like, yo, Chris, you mad weird, Chris, you mad funny, and I don't know why KD's with you, like he should just really dub you, like you really a dub, this and that third. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Angel was like, she ain't tell you that she cheated? I was like, yeah, I know that. And then Angel was like, did you know the whole story though?
What the fuck? Stop playing. What the fuck is that? Ah! What the fuck is that? I'm scared.
So now I'm thinking, whoa, let me backtrack. I was like, yeah, she said that she messed with Houston's brother, right? So she was like, nah, that's not all she did. She fucked him. So now I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And I was like, Chris, you better start explaining yourself and tell me what really happened. She was like, oh, I told you what happened. Oh, we did it on the couch. There goes Angel. Angel's like, you're lying. She fucked him in his room. Now I'm like, whoa, this is where shit gets ugly, bro. Now I'm like, yo, Chris, you just said you was on the couch. Where was you really at? She comes and tells the truth now. She's like, oh, they ended up making out from the couch, then ended up in the room where they ended up fucking, right? So now I'm like, okay, great. Wow, surprising. So at this time, she was like, oh, we ended up fucking, and I'm sorry, and I don't know how you're gonna react to it. Are you gonna forgive me? And can we move past this? Am I going to forgive you? You assumed that I was cheating at first, and then you find out I wasn't, and you end up doing that, and you want me to forgive you. So let's do it. Let me put it like this. Here's how I did it. I said, at the end of the day, you did what you did. You assumed what you assumed. And I'm going to put it like this. We can go our separate ways and keep it moving. And you can do what you want to do. She said, okay. She said, I'm going to give you some space to think about it because you don't really know what you want. Me, I knew what I wanted already. I was just waiting for her to just say, yo, we could split. But that was not the case. Around this time, I'm speaking to my counselor in high school. My counselor, we was dumb cool, like we was deadlocked in. But technically, this counselor, she already knew that me and Chris was together, right? So basically, this counselor was cool with me. This counselor was also cool with Chris, right? So around this time, I'm working in the office, and the counselor's like, yo, how you and Chris doing? I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of shit has happened. She's like, oh, what happened? I'm like, yo, she cheated. She fucked another nigga. Word.
I didn't care. I put this shoulder up, I put this shoulder up, and drop him because I don't care.
Right? Then she's like, oh, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm like, it's all good. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not feeling the way. I'm not hurting. This and that there, right? Around this time, I think we're in May, mid-May. No. We're around the first month of May. So the first month of May, I quit my supermarket job. I love y'all. I love Bravos. Shout out to Bravos. I love y'all. I quit that job and I started with FedEx. I started working with FedEx. Feel me? So around this time, this is where I'm getting ready to graduate. I'm getting ready to commit to my college and all that good stuff. If y'all never seen a commitment video, or if y'all never seen my graduation video, cards are right here with my left hand. So for me, the cards are gonna be right there. So if y'all want to go check that out, right? So around this time, getting ready for that. Me and Chris not speaking like at all. Well, I think I went months without speaking to Chris. Like Chris just went off grid. Chris calls me like around 12 o'clock in the morning. I get that phone call. She's like, hey, you up? I'm like, not really. What's up? She's like, I miss you.
Bitches want to say some bullshit to us? What we gonna say? Suck my dick. Mood, bitch.
Now, me thinking that I'm a fool and be like, oh, I miss you too. No, I'm not going to be that goofy, right? So I'm like, I beg your pardon? I'm like, you miss what? I was like, you miss me or you miss the thought of me? She's like, nah, I miss you. I miss everything we had. Can we make things work again? Right? I'm like, I don't know about this. And I'm really like not feeling it right now. Right? She's like, oh, okay, cool. I got to go help my mother with stuff. Bye. You got to help your mother with stuff at 12 in the morning? What type of shit you want? I don't know what you want, but let me mind my business. Right? So, I go talk to my counselor. I say, yo, counselor. Shorty called me last night. She's like, yeah, I know. She told me. And I was like, don't you think it's weird that she just said that we were going to get back together, but she just called me? She's like, oh, this is all because of a prank. So basically, Chris called me to prank me as a dare, saying, oh, I miss you. Me personally, I wasn't taking that level of disrespect, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? So I'm on my business. I'm cool. I'm whatever, right? So she was like, oh, she missed me. This and third. Not true. It was a prank. This is where things get weird. Things get funny to me. I'm going to tell you guys why things get weird. Things get funny. Feel me? After Chris told me all this good stuff, this is around the time I'm getting ready to commit to my college. Feel me? And we're going to bring another face in. This face, we're bringing in another two faces in. We're bringing another two faces in. We're going to call this one... We're going to call this one SB. We're going to call this one AA. We're going to call this one SB. We're going to call this one AA. So AA and SB, they know each other. They're related. Feel me? Right? So how they come into play is really crazy. So Chris is cool talking to AA, and AA is talking to me. So AA is talking to me, talking about some, oh, I don't know why you was with her. Oh, she been doing this for a while now. Like, she been doing dick. But when I found out that this whole situation was really just like, oh, I'm going to play Darius in his face like he a fool, it's crazy to me. So when she tried to play me in my face like I was a fool, not only was I on hots, but it's also making me think like why I act the way I act. And she was low-key my reason why, but I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm going to let it rock. Around this time, I said, cool, whatever, I'm on my business. I told AA, it's cool, I don't care, right? AA and I go way back. Shout out to AA. We go way back, right? So me and AA go way back. Then around prom time, this is where everything starts getting better. Like my life start rolling, my life feeling like it's like a movie, right? Suvi. So me and my guys went to prom. If you never seen my prom fit is right here. And yeah, that's how your boy went out, double chained up, for me, white and blue. Oh, we rocked out, right? So around this time, boy went to prom. Then I seen Double A seen me. Me and Double A was cool and we was vibing, we was chopping it up. We had fun that night, right? But however, around this time, what I did not know was that Double A had a cousin. Double A's cousin was SB. Boom, right? So this is where things get funny to me. Not funny, but things get really wacky. So around this time, Chris is trying to slowly slide her way back into my life, but it's not working because I told Chris, like, yo, Chris, I'm not jacking you. I found somebody else. I'm cooling with somebody else right now, right? She's like, what you mean cooling somebody else? Is she better than me? Like, is this and that third? Mind you, me and SB only started talking for like a week. So now her assuming that I cracked SB already in a week is crazy to me. Mind you, a girl ain't gonna give it up that fast unless she's really horny. And I know SB. SB ain't that type, right? So I'm minding my business with SB. So Chris, she's basically trying to spaz on me, talking about some, oh, after everything you've done for me, you think you could just take that shit and just leave? I'm like, yeah. What is there else for me to do? What else is there for me to like really say to you? Like, there's not really much for me to say to you, right? So she's like, okay, cool, whatever. I hope she's not better than me, and you better find your way back home. Bitch, you're not even home. So what I look like, goofy, right? So me and SB cool and we chopping it up or whatever. I'm like, yo, really, I'm really rocking with SB and rocking with SB vibe and all that good stuff. For me. But yeah, this was basically the story time of what happened to me in high school. Shorty cheated on me. Not once, but twice. So it was a funny altercation, right? But anyways, this is the end of the story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Great story time. I appreciate you, Silencer. Appreciate you. But yeah, this is the end of the story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And road to 1,000 subscribers. I already told y'all before. Appreciate y'all for 500 subs. We hit that mark for me. We hit that mark. Yes, sir, Steve. So I appreciate y'all for 500 subs. And yeah, that's basically all I gotta say. Yeah, I love y'all.
Say you're bad from which part? Tell a pussy we no one dip dog. Like Chinese wall so the clip tall. Show it up and make you fall from your disc dog. You know one on a disc cause man a big dog. I saw you disappear as if I never did ban. Me no walk up a kilo, me no just a sing song. With the people your mother tell you keep farm.